926. Markets today way down from yesterday there. So the S&P from 418 all the way down to 415 and change right now. Let's zoom out to the hourly, see what we're looking at. We broke through this wedge here, so it's pretty bearish. If we break this orange line, we have quite a ways to fall down to here. We're down to here, 413.50, 411. New rules enacted by the clearinghouse coming into effect this week, which is probably why we're getting this sell-off right now. As funds are looking for more liquidity, they're gonna have to sell off their long positions. That's why we're seeing this fall off today. Yeah, zooming out on the Nasdaq as well. Broke all of these supports here, broke through this fib. We're getting a triple wick down here as the market is about to open. We might get a little bit spike, and I think we might get a continued downfall, just because every time we come close to the blue line, it's coming down. We have all the way down to here for this ascending wedge to play out. So quite a bit of room to fall on everything. Bitcoin also, right? Everything is tanking. They're looking for liquidity right now. GameStop down as well, but the share price doesn't quite matter as much, just because we know right now everyone that is trying to buy GameStop shares internationally is having huge amounts of trouble. People in Asia, people in Europe, when they put in a market order or a limit order, whether it is above the current price or not, these orders are not getting filled for over an hour, and that's because their brokerages out in Asia and out in Europe are having trouble locating shares of GameStop. In the U.S., brokerages can fill them like this, right? Which is what normally happens, because in the U.S. they can sell you an IOU, so they don't need to locate the actual share. Whereas in Germany and in Asia, the regulators are way more strict in enforcing rules than in the U.S., right? So in the U.S., that's why we're getting so much financial fraud, because the regulators have not been enforcing these rules, and so the funds are able to perform illegal activities, and everything just kind of snowballs from there. Almost 9:30. Let's get it, guys. It's only a matter of time now. It's crazy. I've never seen this happen, where people are trying to buy shares at above the current price and it does not fill. Madness. Market open. So this is going to be the last few days where the hedgies can actually dump the shares, the share price of GME, because once these rules come into place, there's really going to be nowhere for the hedge funds to hide anymore. SPY getting a little bit of a bump. Also, something I want to talk about this morning is tomorrow we've got Rocket Labs. Is it Rocket Labs? Rocket Mortgages? Something like that. Rocket. RKT. Earnings tomorrow. So we might get a nice little run up. Getting a nice pump right now. game up and down, kind of the same as S&P right now. Take a look at Rocket. Rocket breaking the pre-market highs here, so I think Rocket's going to go up in anticipation of their earnings tomorrow. Earnings coming out Wednesday after hours there. Tesla, where are you? A little bit of a bounce. QS, Square, Chipotle. Where's my fib on this? I'll just redraw my fib. Ooh, look at this huge wick off the top. It's all sell pressure just because no one can find any shares to buy. Let me check out how many shares short are available, which is crazy, right? Because every day they manufacture more and more fake shares to add liquidity to the market, which allows them to short. So there is 750,000 shares available in GameStop to short right now, which is crazy. They're just making these shares out of thin air. But on the ETF side, there's only 37,000 available, right? So these ETFs contain GameStop, talked about it a couple days ago. So out of 4 million available shares, only 37,000 are available, which means 3.9 million shares right now in the ETFs are held on reserve to be shorted, or already have been shorted, which is why we got this earlier this morning. Right? We might still be getting it now. Crazy stuff. So game inside of the falling wedge right now. So this was the triangle we were in previously. This big one here. Then we broke out of it, and now we're kind of following this downward line here. We want to follow this upward trend line right here. Let me extend my fib so that tomorrow, the next day, we have this fib available for us. Which fib am I using here? There we go. Another pump. We're getting a dump now. Rocket. Oh, Rocket is flying. Oh yeah. Those calls I just bought paying out. Let's see what we're looking at in terms of Rocket. Oh. We got the SPY curling up. We got nice reverse right here. Tweezer bottom right on the tech sector. I like that. With the US yield coming down, so this is good for the tech sector overall. So it looks like GameStop is coming down this morning. Watching Rocket here. I might add to my call position. I think on Rocket, I think I might try to wait for it to come back down. Unless we break this 1 minute candle up here, then I'm going to move in. So my buy order is going to be around $23. Unless this candle pushes. A 5 minute, tailing with off the top. Just being patient. The blue and the 5 is all the way down here, which is at $22.80. I think just under $23 is going to be a good buy-in. Just watching it here, being patient. Waiting for a consolidation in Rocket. We're getting a rebuy, a little bounce here on the tech. S&P as well. Rocket touching. Oh. If I can, I'm going to try and get it down here. If not, it's going to be bounce off the VWAP. Wrong screen. Game looks like it's trying to push here. Rocket a bit too weak. Little pump and then immediately a sell-off. I don't like that. Not looking to make a play on Rocket. We got the TQs just breaking down here. Let's see where we're gonna find a support on the TQs, maybe right here. Take a look at the SPY. SPY breaking down as well. We'll buy some SPY puts. SPY around here, 414. So I just picked up some SPY puts in this area as we broke below this candle here. For 415 sell price, strike price. So it's 9:42. It seems like the markets are very weak this morning. Game's coming down as well. The markets are just bleeding this morning, all around. Nice move on Tesla. Tesla trying to hold this area right here. This orange line. Square coming down, QS coming down, Tesla. Telling with top and bottom here. A lot of indecision. So this is what we're looking at right now in the SPY. Massive breakdown from this descending support. Do have a little bit of support here at 415. But we broke that already. We're at 414. We have support here at 413.50. Let me just draw that in so we're ready for it. We got a support here as well. And then obviously the fib. And then we have something right here. Alright. Just throwing in some supports here so we have targets for our profit taking. Tesla trying to hold desperately, but we have the TQs coming down. I don't know if Tesla can do Tesla things and just go opposite to the market. We got 13% gain on the puts already. Still the same number of shares outstanding, short on GameStop and the ETFs. Get the SPY trying to bounce on the 1 minute. Let's see if we can break this blue line here, which is at 415.20. Rec coming down after this little pop here. So that means we broke this. We knew it's bearish. Tesla coming down. TQ is unable to get a real bounce here. So the entire market today bleeding, quite a bit. Like QS is down 6.5%. Crazy. Chipotle down 4%. Square down 3%. Tesla down 2.25%. Game down 3.25%. Tech sector is down 5%. Crazy. Like 4.5%. It's nuts. That is nuts. Game, let's see where we're coming down to. Game, I'm going to try and load position down here, but I can 131 or 140. Let's see if we come down to there. The price on game, I'm not exactly worried. Just trying to get as much as I can before the squeeze happens. So there doesn't seem to be any slowing down of the market dump here. So we are approaching a support level here on the SPY. Let's see what we do as we get down to 1350. Obviously 1414 is going to be a mental support and resistance. We broke that, but it was just a little false breakdown. We got 31% gain so far on these puts. Everything this morning, eating the doo-doo. Look at Rex. Look at the attempt at a pump, and I just got dumped on. Crazy. Ooh. Tweezer bottom. Let's see. Tweezer bottom. I mean, the Nasdaq is still dumping, even though we're getting a tweezer bottom on some of these stocks here. Take a look at BTC trying to bounce as well. We've got the US Treasury dumping. Obviously today, the US Treasury selling 0% bonds, which is crazy. That hasn't happened in I don't know how long. Ever since the COVID bottom out of the market there. So what I'm looking for on these candles are lower highs and continue lower lows, and we'll get that until we get a reversal. Higher high, lower high, lower high. We do have a higher low here, but let's see where this candle, yeah, so this candle is dropping. We're going to have a lower low in this candle. So this is an attempt at a bounce off of this orange line here, failed bounce.
Capture, he can spell umbrella, he can spell umbrella.
Ah, that's good.
Tell buddy.
Nice.
Umbrella.
Oh, that's umbrella. Good job, buddy. Yeah, that protects you from the rain.
And he can take an umbrella.
Thank you. Yeah, umbrella. Umbrella?
Capture tell umbrella.
What's the umbrella?
Yeah, he can look at it. Yeah, before.
Umbrella.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, Captain.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
So I'm just going to hold these puts until we get a 5-minute candle that breaks the high of the last 5-minute candle. So I think GameStop is going to come down lower today just because there are 750,000 shares available to be shorted. And yesterday we saw 250,000 shares available to be shorted. And around, I think it was, what was the time that they borrowed those shares? This attack here, 1050. was when they took those shares and shorted the market here for a game. So maybe around 10:30, 10:50 again today, we should see a downturn on game. Yesterday, what did we see? A dip right out the morning open, and then around 10 o'clock we saw a rise to about 10:45, and then this massive short attack here. So that's something we might see today. So I'm just waiting for that massive short attack to happen. We might get a bounce back up to here, 58.80, 59, right? So these areas of resistance, and then it might just come down for the rest of the day. I'm targeting 140 and then 130 to start taking positions. We got 43% gain so far in those puts. So I'm just kind of sitting, monitoring my positions here. So what am I looking for? Lower highs, lower lows, and that's what we have, lower highs and lower lows. So we broke below 100 on the TQs. Pretty bearish. So we break this orange line. I think I'm going to take another put. I'm going to wait for a little bit of a bounce, and then I'm going to take my position. It's going to look like a bounce is coming, so I'm going to buy one more put at this level. There we go, there's a little bounce. Seems like we're going to break through here, so a little bit of a bounce attempt, and then a sell-off. Look at this. Wow. What happens when they short the entire market to bring down GameStop? So they're shorting the entire market first, and then they're going to attack GameStop using the GameStop shares. So that's what they did yesterday, right? Yesterday, 3.2 million shares borrowed to short the entire market. And then after they finished shorting the entire market, they then proceeded to borrow GameStop shares and shorted GameStop directly. And today, so that's kind of the same thing. They're doing the same MO. Short the entire market first, weaken the entire market, and then boom, hit game. And I guess that's pretty strategic, right? Because otherwise, if the rest of the market is going up and game is going down, pretty much anyone that has a diversified portfolio can sell. Let's say if I'm long Tesla and I'm long game, and Tesla was going up, I would just sell Tesla for profit up here and then buy some more game. What they're trying to do is kill the entire market, so that no one wants to sell their position and they just hold, or they panic sell, and game is going down with the market as well, right? and that way you don't really have any profits to reinvest anywhere. It's just all losses, protecting themselves for anyone trying to buy the dip. They're just reducing everyone's liquidity at the same time. Okay. You got a ball there?
I don't know what are you here?
Nice, itchy. Got some allergies going on. Look at this nice bounce right off the double support area. We got the fib, this green line, then we got the orange line, which is the daily support and resistance. We got the SPY trying to bounce right off this orange line here. We have TQs just broke the 100. 100 I would think is the mental support and resistance. We just kind of broke through that right here, right this level. I'm gonna draw it in for us so we can see that break. Just visualize that. That is crazy. Next level on the TQs would be down here. Right here. Then we have this. Then we have this. So in game, I'm looking for 140 and 130. I'm gonna load up this week. So this is the 1 minute on the SPY. So what we're looking for, lower highs, lower lows. QS is trying to reverse here. Everything else is just getting wrecked. Wrecked is getting wrecked. When it goes up, we'll call it rocket. When it's coming down, we'll call it wrecked. Ticker works both ways, right? RKT. SPY. Let's see what happens here. We got a lower high, but we have a higher low. If we break above this orange line, I'm going to take some profit. Up 42%, even on my ad. So, whoop. If we break above that orange, I'm gonna sell half. There we go, selling half. Taking some money off the table. And then if we break above this 5-minute candle, I'll take the rest of my profit. And it might be time to flip into calls. Let's see. We do have higher low here, and we're trying to push. So selling here as we break that last 5-minute candle. So I think overall I made about a 30% gain. Game, I'm not going to play this bounce just because there are so many shares available right now to be shorted. we see the market rebuying. So we had what 37,000 shares available to be shorted on the broad market ETFs. Now it's 45,000. So we see that the shorters are starting to return the shares to the market, which is why we're getting this bounce. So now let's see if they short GameStop by itself. I'm just waiting here for the market to tell me what direction it wants to move in. What I'm going to do actually, I'm going to buy a GameStop short, a put position on this bounce here. I'll go for 145. Buy it here. So my rationale for this is that just because the market is bouncing, I don't think Game is going to bounce. We do have 750,000 shares available to be shorted, which means they are probably going to borrow and try and dump Game as hard as they can, so that they scare a whole bunch of holders out. And also, they have a lower price point to get back in, right? If they do decide to start covering. Oh, the SPY. SPY a little bounce and then coming back down. See what we're looking at on the TQs. TQs coming back down as well. SPY coming back down. I'm going to get into a small put position. $4.13. I'm getting ready to buy another SPY put. Actually, I'm going to hold off on SPY puts just because I'm in GameStop puts. I don't want to spread myself too thin. We do have the TQs trying to bottom out here. Take a look. Rec coming down, Chipotle. So everything's trying to bottom out right here. So we do have a lower high on this 5-minute candle, but we also have a higher low. So we might try to get a reversal here. So in Game we have a lower high, but we also have a higher low. Let's see what happens. On the 1 minute, looking bearish, right? So we got a little bit of a bounce and now we're coming down. This blue line acting as a resistance, pushing us down. TQs, weak, very weak. I'm gonna take put on the TQs. I want to try to buy a put on the TQs for 99 strike. Looks like the TQs want to dip. Let me look at it on the 1 minute here. Waiting for this bounce. I'm going to wait for it to come back up to this blue line, and then I'm going to take a put on the TQs. I want to see it touch the blue. So I'm buying here. And then if it breaks above the blue, I'll just get out. So using that blue line as my stop. There we go. There's that rejection, right? Touch the blue, coming back down. Now I want to see a lower low on the 1 minute. We got a lower high. Now I want to see a lower low. If we got to push back up, I'm just going to sell, break even. Otherwise, looks like we're breaking down here. Ooh, it's actually flat bottom here. I think it's the same. Oh, there we go, just broke. Good. Good for the TQ shorts. Ooh, already 2.7% up on my TQ puts. Put a lower low there. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low on the 1 minute. There we go. It's back to the 5 game, waiting for the big short attack to happen. Tons of shares available for them to short. Yesterday, only 250,000. Today, 750,000 available. They haven't borrowed them yet, but if they do, it might drop quite a bit. Yesterday, when they borrowed 250,000, it fell from 75 all the way down to 61, right? So like a $14 drop. Today, at 3 times that. So we should get at least a $14, $15 drop again today. From when they start borrowing the shares until the shares bottom out to 0. We're getting a tweezer bottom here. It looks like we're going to reverse to the top. Let's see what happens. By getting a bounce. TQs, I might exit here. Looks like we're trying to get a push. If we break above the last 5 minutes, I'll be getting out. Getting ready to sell my TQQ puts. If we break above that last 5 minute candle, GameStop, if we break above this level here, which is the orange line, I'll be getting out my puts. Otherwise, this is exactly what happened yesterday. Yesterday morning, downturn, push back up to 1050, and then around 1050 in the morning, that's when we got the short attack, right? So reviewing yesterday, downturn, we got the push between 10 and 1045, and then at 1045 we got the short attack. So coming down to about 10 o'clock, from 10 until 1040 we might get a reversal here, and then around 1040 short attack. So that's what I'm expecting to happen on game today. We got 20 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. Still waiting. If we break above, it's time to get out of the puts. If we stay below, I'll just hold them. Ooh, almost tried to break 100. Ooh, broke above, so it's time to get out. I'll buy another put on game. Wrong keyboard, the hell. So buying one more put here as we bounce off that orange. So still 750 shares available to be shorted on game. Square bouncing, QS, Tesla trying to bounce. Ooh, up this level here is 658. Amazing. gonna make a move on Tesla here. I think Tesla at this level, pretty good. Let's see. I'll buy for this 675 call option. Alright, so I'm buying a Tesla call option for next week, 675, May 14th. Game, I'm going to hold my puts just because we have so many shares outstanding for them to short. If that short comes in, those puts are going to pay pretty big money. I like this move here in Tesla. Pretty bullish, 3 candles here, and then we're trying to push this blue line, but we are getting stuck right here on this orange. So I want this orange line to act as a support. I want this blue line will act as a resistance, and when we blast above it, it should give us enough momentum to break through this VWAP as well, taking us up to this orange line, which is kind of where I bought my option. 675 call. Game continually getting rejected here by this orange. Let's see if we get a nice market rebuy. TQs look like it wants to come back up. SPY looks like it wants to come back up, but we do have resistance here as we hit the blue and yellow. Ooh, Tesla just broke 670. Let's go, Tesla. Ooh. Tesla calls up 1% so far. There we go. Using this orange as a support, breaking over the blue, that momentum is going to give us enough momentum to break over this yellow, and now I want to see this yellow act as a support and take us to this orange line. Tesla calls up 2.2%. There we go. Using this yellow as a support now. Ooh, Tesla making that move. Same thing as the TQs, looking at a bounce here. We are approaching areas of resistance. 1, 2, 3 resistances up at the top. Tesla only has this orange here. Ooh, game. Trying to make a move, trying to break this orange. Tesla call is up 3.3%. So the time now is just about 10:30. I'm going to let you guys know what I'm looking for in the markets for the rest of the day. For the TQs to get a reversal here, we do have a small area of consolidation at this point, and then we do have the orange line, this yellow line here. So I think we need to break 101 for the TQs to reverse. We need to break above this orange, this blue, this yellow, then bounce off this yellow as a support on the way up. If we can break 101, that's when we'll start seeing a reversal on the TQs. Otherwise, if we break this lower candle here, 98.98, we should see a move to the downside, possibly down to this orange line. SPY bouncing off this support area here, meeting some resistance here. We need to break above, kind of the same thing as the TQs, above this yellow, come back down, bounce off the yellow, move to the orange, and then retake this level here, possibly to 418. Look for that reversal coming. Otherwise, if we break below this level here, we should see a move to the downside. Game still having trouble breaking this orange line here. I think game is probably going to come down to this level here, 140, possibly 131, 132. Just so many shares manufactured this morning, fake shares for hedge funds to short. Still there, still not borrowed yet, but they can borrow them at any time. There's tons of ammunition just sitting there waiting for them to dump the price of GameStop. Yeah, if we can break above 161.50, we might see a move to the upside here of this orange line, 164.44. Otherwise, a break of 151, we'll see a move towards the downside, 140, 132. Tesla, now that we're in Tesla, I wanted to hold this orange line here and continue trending upwards. We'll see what happens. But if we do break below this line here, that's when I'm going to be exiting. Like 665 is my exit. So giving it a little bit of room to work. I might stay tighter, maybe 667 around here. We break this, we have the orange line here, and then we have the tip of the last 5-minute candle. I'll probably do that. If we produce a lower low, I'll get out. Otherwise, I'll stay in this call. And that's it for me, guys. This is Mitch from Dumb Money Day Trading, signing off for now. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you guys had fun, and I hope you guys made some money. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow bright and early, as we do every trading day between 9:15 and 9:20. Have a good one, guys. Bye for now.